doing good. Just doing my daily routine before I go to work. I told Lisa, because she was in here last night too, from what I said in my live last night, I got to get all cleaned up, man. I got to go get all them schlongs down my throat today. I got to go make my rent money. But I'm just joking. Y'all know me, the ones of y'all that been watching me for a long time. I just thought that was funny last night. I had to make sure my water cup was clean. This is the one I take to work with me every day. This is the biggest one I got for right now, so that's the one I take to work with me every day.
Boys and girls, may I have your attention, please? Remember, contestants are not to talk to each other. If you have a question, just raise your hand and I'll come to your desk. Now, in precisely 10 seconds, you will turn the question sheet over and begin the examination. Now.
I already put my face cream and everything on. I had to go in the bathroom and take my hair down so it can dry. I don't know, I'm getting ready to go outside and look. I tried to dash this morning after I ended my live, but it was too slick. I couldn't get out of my parking lot because we got all that ice that came down last night. But the sun's been out. Still cold, but the sun's out. And I'm sure they've already plowed. They usually start plowing the roads here like at 7 a.m. So I'm getting ready to take Peanut outside and I'm going to look around and see what it looks like. Of course, y'all going to go with me. Let me get my socks on. Because she's waiting. She's like, I'm ready to go out, Mom. What do I look like? I'm going to get sick. I'm getting ready to sit here and walk outside with my hair soaking wet. In like single digit temperatures. My hair will probably freeze when I go out there.
I got an answer. Just right.
I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to take you out. Hang on.
Why don't you drink some milk? Just don't think I'm doing well, Ma. Are you doing your best? Yes.
Then, of course, I know that we're still under a wind advisory until 3 o'clock this morning, so it'll probably be really loud whenever I walk outside with the wind. Let me see what the temperature is real quick. Oh. Got more alerts. Still under a winter weather advisory and a wind advisory. Oh, it's negative 15 degrees right now. And windy. So yeah, it's negative 15 outside. All right, let's get ready to go outside. She's doing all right. Hey, Zulika. Come on, let's go outside. You gonna take your toy with you? Okay, come on, let's go. Come on. Let me get my shoes on. She likes to take her toys outside with her. Oh, well, you left it at the door. No. Come on. We got a little bit last night. See? Y'all can see. Last night. See? Y'all can see. See? Y'all can see. Oh, she got a duty. Y'all don't need to see her duty. Oh, she got a duty. Y'all don't need to see her duty. Y'all don't need to see her duty. Okay, come on. She's cold. She's like, get me out of here. I'm going back in the house. Okay, let's go. Yeah, my hair froze. My hair's hard now. It's funny. I was just out there that short of time. Look, she done took off to her electric blanket. She's like, I'm out of here. It's negative 15 out there. Look. There's Izzy. Are you cold? Are you cold? Where'd you go? Oh, you went to go get your treat? Okay. All right. Well, come on. Well, come on. There's her electric blanket. I'm surprised she didn't jump up there. Here, let me fix it. There we go. Yeah, she don't like that. She's got a coat. Hang on. She's got a bubble coat and booties and everything right there. I keep by the door. But she don't like it. She won't let me put it on her. She pees everywhere as soon as I put it on her. Now, if we're going to be outside for quite a while, y'all saw how quick she used the bathroom and came back in. But if we're going to be outside for a while, I'll put it on her anyway. She don't know what she wants to do with her treat. She's going to keep running back and forth. I still need to do that last load of laundry right there. I did all my other laundry, and I just got that one last load left to do. I need to do that. I don't have to leave here until 3, so I might do it today, or I might do it when I get home. I don't know. Where'd you go? I see you peeping. Are you peeping at me? Are you peeping around the corner? Where'd you go? She probably went up underneath the bed. She likes laying under the bed. Let me get on the floor. I'll show y'all if we can see her. That's where she likes to lay. Yep, there she is. Oh, y'all can't see her, but yeah, she's under the bed on that little blanket, her little fur blanket. Yeah, I'm doing good today, Jackie. I was just having fun in my live last night. I was bored. Hell, all I do is work 2 jobs, 2 full-time jobs. I was bored, so I was having fun with the trolls last night. I know it's kind of childish and petty, but like I said, I was bored. Ugh. I do it every once in a while. Let me flip the camera back around. I do it every once in a while. When they keep coming in, no matter how many times I block them, I get too bored. I finally give them what they want.
Offers access to affordable GLP-1s. Weight Watchers has everything I need, from weight loss medication to nutrition support and help with my side effects. With our program, our members are losing more weight.
Hell, those are the people I feel sorry for. I've told you all that the whole time some of y'all been watching me. The ones that just sat at their house, and she admitted to it last night.
Lose more weight.
When I told her about the people that was laughing at her in the background, she said no. She said she knows that that's what she does, is just sit there and troll people. Those are the people I feel sorry for. I'm like, y'all need to get a life or something. They're that damn unhappy. They have to get on people's lives and troll people. But at least she admitted it. I'll give her respect for that. She admitted that that's what she does, is she goes on social media and trolls people. So at least, yeah, I'll give her respect for that. At least she didn't hide who she was. You know, most of the time, y'all get trolls that hide behind a screen, put a fake picture up and shit. Like I said, I'll give her respect for that. At least she showed her face and showed who she was. It is, Shonda. That's why I said, I don't care if they come on here and troll me. Most of the time, I ignore them. But if they just keep going and keep going, I give them what they want, because that's all they're doing is just sitting at home. They have nothing to do. My hair's always been long, Lisa. I just keep it put up most of the time because of work. But it's actually a little bit longer than it is. It's just curly. My hair's curly. But if I straighten it, it'll be a lot longer.
Warming up early. You about ready? Today's the big day. They're coming home. I'm sure old Mary did good.
Maybe. I don't know all good. Like I said, sometimes I'll feed into them. I'll give them what they want.
Now what for?
I just can't do
Especially if I'm bored.
What are you talking
I wrecked the food and I wrecked the cake. I just can't do anything.
But no, I think it was her. That's why I said at least I give her respect for that. I don't think she was hiding who she was. She admitted that she was a troll. So yeah, like I said, thank you, Lisa. Like I said, I give her respect for that. Most of them hide behind a screen.
They would?
You're darn right they would.
Boy, that's a
That's what I hate about my hair being curly. It gets on my nerves.
And even with all that, I bet you I gained 5 pounds this week.
Well, see, that's why I said all good. Some of you all, I mean, y'all know me. Like if I'm being truthful or dishonest, but a lot of people don't know me.
So
She has no idea what I said, what was truthful and what wasn't. There could be some new people that come into my live right now. I could be like, people ask me questions. I could be like, yeah, I'm married. My husband's at work. I'm getting ready to go to work myself. My kids are at school. Nobody knows whenever these trolls come in here what I tell them what's truth and what ain't.
Now, we have attempted to make this examination as fair as
But those that you all have been watching me for a long time, y'all know what's the truth and what's not.
and what I think about it. May I commend those children on their conduct during the examination.
Well, she said she didn't say that. I tried to screenshot it. But there was other people in there that had seen little things that she said. Like I said, she comes into my live a lot. Finally, last night, I gave her what she wanted. Like in my live right now, if I try to scroll all the way to the top, it won't let me. After so many comments go up, it'll only let you scroll up so far. It won't let me go all the way up. But again, if you were in here all good, she said that she's never watched me before. She was just scrolling on her main page and she saw me eating carrots. She don't like people eating on live, so she said she decided to troll me. Also, another thing, how did she know that I have 2 girls? She admitted that that's what she commented when she came back in on her troll account. She said, the first thing she said to me was, that's probably why your 2 girls don't talk to you. How did she know that I had 2 girls? And then also, when I ended up going over to her live, I don't know if you went or not or anything over there, But I end up going over to her live to prove to her that I did not block her because she thought I blocked her. Some of the people in my chat was asking her questions. I think it was Sensual. Sensual was like, you did go into her live just to troll her. That's when she said, no, I didn't. She said, I was under my main account and I went in and saw her eating carrots. She says she did not like that. So that's when she decided to log out, go to her troll account, and then come back in and troll. So yeah, she did come into my live to troll because when she saw me eating carrots, she could have left. She didn't have to come back in. But she's been in my live before. That's why I said she knew certain things. So I just gave her what she wanted last night. Just like I was telling them in there last night that no, I ain't got no job. I make money pulling tricks out on the street. I use my throat. That's how I make my money. That's why I said people don't know what I say, what's true and what's a lie when these trolls come in.
You came in second. Yes,
She didn't like it that I was smacking Shonda. I did it on purpose. Normally, whenever I eat on my live, because I'm really busy and I haven't eaten all day, I won't talk. I'll eat with my mouth closed. Or if somebody wants me to answer them, I'll cover my mouth like that and I'll answer them. But she didn't like it, I guess, the crunch, when I would crunch down on it. So when she said something, I started chewing with my mouth hanging wide open. And I had a little towel here, right? I always put a little towel down whenever I'm eating. I let a little bit of it run out of my mouth on purpose just because she didn't like it that I was eating it. She said that pissed her off even more.
Thank you, Nellie. I'll correct these tonight. We'll see.
So when she talked about me eating my carrots, that's when I started going like that. And I got real close to the camera. I started letting the dressing fall out of my mouth. But yeah, you've watched me long enough, all good, to know that I normally ignore the trolls. But if I'm really, really bored and I just want some kind of damn entertainment and they keep on coming in no matter how many times I'll block them, I'll give them what they want.
I wonder if anyone thought to go to Springfield to see if the results were telegraphed.
The way I look at it, they must be jealous because they kept coming in talking about, oh, well, great job on buying 3 cars this year. And I got a good job. Are you fucking jealous because I was able to buy 3 cars in 1 year? I'm not bragging about it. I mean, they brought it up. But I'm like, why the fuck do you care how many cars I buy? It's my money. I work for my money. If I want to go out and put myself into debt and buy another car today, that's my choice. That's why I kept telling them last night, who cares how many cars I bought? Who cares what I do with my money? I go to work every day. I work 7 days a week. It's my money. I'm 50 years old. I do whatever I want. Although some of you all that's been watching me for a long time, there was a reason why I bought 3 cars in 1 year. Y'all watched me. Y'all knew why I bought 3 cars in 1 year. But I'm just saying, what difference does it make? When they went and checked my profile and then just mentioned, oh, hey, good job on buying 3 cars this year. And who cares?
You made us all proud.
Yeah, Shonda, that's the way trolls are. They always have to find something because, like I said, those are the people I feel sorry for. They sit behind a computer screen. They have nothing to do. That's what they do for entertainment for their life because they don't have friends, not no real true friends. They don't have nowhere to go. They're going to find something to say about you no matter what. First, they like to talk about me when I was homeless living in my car. Called me a loser, said that I don't work, said that I was on TikTok begging people for money, which is I never did. But now that I've got me a really good job, 2 jobs, I got me a place to live, I got all brand new furniture, I bought me, like they pointed out, I didn't point it out, they pointed out, I bought me 3 cars this year. So now they want to down me for that too. Yeah. They want to talk about you when you're down, but then it really pisses them off even more whenever they see you rise up. And then it's none of y'all's business what we talk about. But it was funny when she was talking about that my kids don't talk to me. That's when I was like, no, we don't talk ever. Most of my followers know that me and my daughter has a strained relationship. But we do talk. I got her messages on Facebook where she sends me big ass long messages. Books sometimes. I tell her all the time, you done writing your book? But yeah, we talk. But it ain't nobody's business what we talk about. But yeah, I told her last night, yeah, we don't talk. I don't have nothing to do with my kids. Because a lot of my followers know that I don't talk about my kids. Very rarely do I talk about my kids and our relationship. Sometimes I only talk about it if I think that someone else in my life is having problems with their parents and maybe my situation might help them out a little bit. Maybe by listening to the story of me and my daughter once in a great while when I do talk about it, maybe they'll learn what not to do by listening to me. Or maybe they might get some good advice from listening to me. You never know. We all make mistakes as parents. There ain't a perfect parent out there. I know it's no one's business, Shonda, as in I don't have to explain anything to anyone. But every once in a while, when I do get personal, some of the trolls will come in here and be like, you seen some of it last night. Like, how can you talk about that? Aren't you embarrassed? No. Why am I embarrassed? They act like nobody else out here in the world goes through problems. That other people out there haven't been through hell and been through shit. Why am I embarrassed to talk about my personal problems sometimes?
Yeah, I'll take those things, man.
No, if anybody breaks my new lamp chimney, it better be me.
All right.
Ow.
Now, there's still a lot of personal shit. Every one of us has one personal thing, at least one personal thing, maybe from our past, that we never speak of again. We keep our mouth shut about. So yeah, there's some stuff that I will never talk about. But just like maybe mother-daughter issues. No, that doesn't embarrass me to talk about that when people ask. Because how many mothers out there, and I'm not saying everyone, but how many mothers out there in the world don't have a mother-daughter issue? A lot of mothers and daughters don't get along really good. That doesn't mean they don't love each other. But a lot of mothers and daughters out there don't get along very good.
Jack will just have to be more careful.
But Brenda, I don't get mad. You see how loud my voice is right now? A lot of people think because I talk loud that I'm getting mad or upset. This is my voice. I tell people all the time, if you don't like that I have a loud carrying voice, then you don't have to be in my live.
That I was, but we fell short of the money we needed to raise the church.
I don't know. Maybe you better speak to Charles.
Oh, no.
And I don't care if everybody's in my business. Like I said, I don't care if I'm talking about certain things. I don't care what people say. But yes, there are still personal things in my life that I'll never say. I'll never say anything to anyone. But what I do choose to say, why the hell do I care what people say?
What I can to help, Reverend.
I'm not the only mother in the whole world that's ever had a strange relationship with their child. There's some people out there that don't never see their child again. Me and my kid, we talk sometimes. I go back home and I visit them sometimes. And then we argue sometimes. That's what mothers and daughters do sometimes.
Get enough money for the church, and they're having to dissolve it.
Hey, Hannah.
Well, that's no problem. We don't leave for 2 days.
Well, yes, but the pies would have to be fresh. I'd have to make no Saturday.
That's why in a lot of households you'll have, that doesn't mean that they don't love each other. Some mothers and daughters just argue. But that's why the old saying goes, Daddy's little girl. Mama's little boy. Mothers always seem to usually have a bigger bond with their sons. Fathers usually have a more of a personal relationship bond with their daughters. That's why since the beginning of time, like I said, it's always been called daddy's little girl or mama's little boy.
You know, the Lord may work in strange ways. Sometimes for his ministers, it's just downright embarrassing.
Yeah, I had to create a new profile, Hannah. Whenever I started to work a lot of overtime at my jobs to be able to get my new car out there, I didn't go on TikTok for about a month or longer. And I guess TikTok was trying to send me messages. And since I didn't go on there, I didn't listen to them. But when I tried to log back into my old profile to go live, I got a message that said, your account has been permanently deleted because we could not verify your age. Maybe that's when TikTok was going through the changes and all that crap. And then I always did use Peanut's picture. That's why I use my picture now. There's some parts about me that's a good person, Shonda. But I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I've done some wrong in my life. We all have. That's why I said I don't care what people come in here and say about me. We've all made mistakes in our lifetime. I ain't the only person that's made mistakes in my lifetime. The only problem is do people learn from it and grow from it? If they don't, then that's when you got a problem.
That makes me feel good.
Do I have a good heart, though? Yeah, I've got a good heart. I'll give the shirt off of my back to a homeless person that I see outside walking in the snow. Or I've got 3 coats in my closet. If I see someone walking outside, maybe homeless, that ain't got nothing, I'll take my coat off and give it to them because I got another coat at home. Do I have a good heart? Yes. But do I always have a very good mouth? No, I don't.
You ready, Mark?
I forgot something.
My water's about out. I need to fill up my water.
Here.
All right. What's this?
Oh, just some bandages and peroxide in case girls get hurt.
That smells a little more interesting.
It's apple. Fresh out of the oven. Enjoy it.
Hey, Gwen.
I'd enjoy it a lot more if you weren't leaving you here by yourself.
Oh, I'll be fine. You just go ahead and have a good
But I was also taught that. That's how I was raised. Like, I talk rough.
day.
I might say shit people don't like sometimes. But yeah, I do have a good heart. Like I said, I'll do stuff for people. I don't need no praise for it or anything. But that's the way I was raised up. People can say any fucking thing. I can talk to a man, just a strange man in my life right now, and make him think that I'm in love with him. We can all lie. That's not hard. But I was always taught, don't tell me that you're a good person, or don't tell me that you love me. Show me with your actions. That's why I said, yeah, I got a good heart. I'll do stuff for people. I'll help people out and stuff. But my mouth ain't always too damn good. I talk rough. That's the way we talk back home where I'm from. And that's what I tell a lot of people. If you don't like it that I'm loud and that I talk kind of rough and I'm a blunt speaker, you don't have to be in here. That's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm doing good, Judy. How are you doing today? Now, my mother, she really did severely abuse me. I was taken from her whenever I was younger, but back then they had just started all that crap. They didn't have a bunch of help. So even though they took me from her for a few months, they gave me right back to her. They always tried to reunite the kid back with the parent. But I was trying to answer my messages. Oh, okay, Judy. You said you're doing okay? Now, I was severely abused by my mother. I lost my track of thought, though, but... So yeah, we always talk rough in my family and everything. And I tell people, you don't like it, you ain't got to be here. I got a hangnail that I can't get. I've tried with clippers. I thought maybe I could get it with my tooth, but no, I can't get it. I just took you outside. What do you want? I know what she wants to do. She wants to go down the hall and see the neighbor. He leaves his front door hanging wide open because he likes her. And she wants to go down the hallway and go inside his apartment. But I don't feel like it right now.
This morning for Turnbull's place.
We're not going to Joe's apartment right now.
What's the matter?
I know that's what you want. I don't feel like doing that this morning.
I was counting on Charles to fix it for me.
I can't help you with your wheel. But
I guess I will. I love my dog. See the shit that we do for our kids. Y'all see, she knows where she's going. Watch.
Is that your secret, Carolyn?
Hang on.
Bare feet?
Oh, no, I forgot.
Come on, you want to go see Joe? Let's go see Joe. Come on. Let's go see Joe.
Something wrong?
Oh, no, I'm just hot and baking all
Come on.
Nothing else, huh?
No, I don't think so. I cut my leg, but I put a red focus on it.
Well, that sounds like something I would try.
See, y'all, look. I told y'all that's what she wanted.
Little peanut visited me. Little peanut came down to visit. Oh,
Yeah, she had to come see you.
Lee's dog. She comes over and says hello every time she comes out. It's a little sweetheart. A little princess. Peanut. Little peanut. Little peanut. There's peanut. Yeah. Peanut. Well, she's next to me down at the end. Don't eat off the floor. Don't eat off the floor.
You need to tell the landlord to put like a metal strip right here on your wall so you quit hitting it with your wheelchair.
Yeah,
If he put like a metal strip right there, like some kind of I don't know what you call it, like tin or metal or something.
You know what did all the damage? I had a wheelchair that the computer chip was broke on the wheelchair, so when I touched it, it went boom.
No, but I mean, I'm saying if he would put like something metal there,
yeah,
then your wheelchair wouldn't mess with it.
Yeah. Where's little peanut? Where's little peanut go?
I don't know, Peanut.
Little peanut.
She might be behind you.
I know, that's why I don't want to go back.
Yeah, she's behind you.
Is she?
Peanut, come on, come through his legs. Come, there you go.
There you go, sweetheart. Good. She's cute. You gotta see her. She's so cute. She's so cute. Yeah. What kind of dog is this?
Yorkie.
This is a Yorkie. A Yorkie.
She does. She comes in here a lot.
Yep, she's in there a lot. I'll see. Yeah, get my suit better. Be careful, Peanut. Be careful, little Peanut.
Okay, come on. Let's go. You can come back later.
Okay.
All right.
I'll see you.
Come on. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, he's a disabled vet. Y'all saw that he's in his wheelchair. He wants a little dog like Peanut, and that puts him in a good mood. I let her go down there and see him sometimes, but his wheelchair keeps hitting the side of that wall. That's because his wheelchair is kind of too wide for that area. And I was telling him just for the landlord too, to save the landlord on money, so he'll have to, quit fixing it all the time with the plaster. If I was the landlord, I would cut something, like fix it first, like the plaster and everything, and then I would put some kind of tin or some kind of metal, like right there on the corner or something, to where his wheelchair don't keep messing up the wall. Mama took you to see Joe. Or, I don't know how much money it would cost because I'm not a construction worker. And I don't know how much that would, how big of a job that would be. Maybe, because he's lived here for years. And he said the landlord always has to fix that spot. His wheelchair always messes it up. Maybe the landlord could make the doorway wider for a wheelchair. I don't know. I don't know how big of a job that is or how much that would cost. But like I said, either if it's going to be too big of a job, maybe to make the doorway wider for a wheelchair, that's what I would do. I would plaster the wall, fix it, and everything, fix the hole, and then cut like some kind of piece of metal or a tin or something and put it right there on that edge to where his wheelchair won't keep messing up the wall. But again, like I said, I don't know how much it would cost for my landlord, like, you know, what he would have to build or what he would have to tear out if he also just would want to try to make the doorway wider. So I'm just saying for a cheap fix, Gwen, like if it would be too big of a job to make the doorway wider for a wheelchair, then that's what I would do for a cheap fix. I would fix the hole, plaster it, you know, put more drywall and stuff in it, and then put a piece of metal, like nail it to the wall, put it on the wall or whatever, right there at that same spot that always keeps getting messed up. Problem solved. Might not look that great, but it would fix the problem.
Meet Jan. She's enjoying a beautiful day outdoors with friends and family. She's also managing her type 2 diabetes by taking Jardians, the little pill with a big...
Well, see, yeah, you could do rubber, I guess. Maybe metal. I don't know. Not like steel or nothing, you know what I mean? Like, but like those, like maybe some kind of thin piece of tin or something.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the...
She's still looking at the front door. She wants to go over there and see him again.
urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking...
Y'all give me a second. My water's out. I need to get me some more water.
Tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about...
I will take you back down there for a couple of minutes before I walk out the door to go to work, okay?
You may have increased risk for lower limb loss.
No, not right now. I said before I go to work. No, not right now.
So ask your doctor about Jardians, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Big with deals for under $2. Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Pork shoulder roast, $1.77 a pound. Cosmic crisp apples, 99 cents a pound. Kraft mac and cheese, 99 cents each when you buy 5. Hy-Vee ice cream, $1.99. Get marinated chicken breasts, banquet fruit or meat pies, salty snacks, and more, all under $2. That's right, under $2. Save in-store and online. Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
But yeah, that's the kind of person I am, Shonda. If you're still in here, hang on. A lot of the people that's been watching me for a long time, the only reason why it's hard to go to my neighbor's house sometimes is because he's a nice older man, but a lot of the people that's been watching me for a long time, they know that I don't get into politics. I could care less if you're blue or red, left or right, whatever they call it. I don't judge somebody on nothing because I don't vote. I don't care about politics. So yeah, I don't care who he votes for. Yes, he's an old military man. Of course, he votes for Trump. But the people that, and I'll say it here, I don't care. But the people that do get on my nerves, the people that get into politics, are the people who never shut up about it. Every time you even just try to have just a normal conversation with them, like, hey, yo, how are you doing today? How was your day? That's all they talk about. Politic this, politic that. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That crap gets on my nerves. So that's when I'm like, okay, thank you. You have a good day. I'll see you later. And I hurry up and get the hell out. But I know he's older. He lives alone. He's in a wheelchair. He has nobody. He's sad a lot of times. So yeah, I'll let her go out there. I'll let her go down there and visit with him. Allison, it ain't going to do you no good to try to come in here and troll because I'm not in the mood today. I was bored yesterday. I wanted some excitement, so I fed into it. So run along. Don't none of y'all respond to her or him. Like I said, I'm not in the mood for trolling today. Thank you, Gwen. Maybe y'all can come back on another night whenever I'm really bored. Then I'll play with y'all. Hey, Erica, how are you doing today? But I'll tell you, like I told other people in here that's known me for a long time, Allison, I'll give you your little few minutes of fame that you want. I really feel sorry for people like you. You have no life. You have no friends. You probably don't even have children. You're sad. All you do is sit in front of a computer screen and troll people. I really feel sorry for people like you. You need to go out and get you some friends and have something to do with your life. Get some kind of happiness in your life is what you need to do. Peanut's doing good. I just took her down to visit the neighbor. But you know, maybe if you all quit acting like that, you could get you some real friends. But you know what? I can prove Allison right now. I'll feed into her a little bit, but not a whole lot. Let me message my daughter real quick on Facebook, and I'll flat out ask her, did you ever get touched by me? Ever? Wait till you all see her answer. See, you all, y'all keep asking, is there proof? Why does it matter? What do you all care? These are trolls that come in to my live just trying to start crap. And like I said, Allison, you don't know what I said yesterday, what was true and what wasn't. Y'all wanted to troll. You wanted to play, so I played along. So let's see. Let's get my daughter on here real quick. Let's see. Oops, wrong one. Where the hell? We'll see if she answers me back or if she's at work. We'll see if she answers me back. You don't know what I lied about and what I didn't lie about. Why do you think some of my followers were in here were laughing? Because they know what's the truth and what's not. I don't need to lie to get views. All right, we'll wait for her to answer me back. Honey, I'll tell you something that is the truth, though. I have a very good daughter, a great daughter that's a great mom. She's in college getting her bachelor's degree to be a social worker. I go visit my kids whenever I can. If I was an abuser, I wouldn't go back home and visit my kids, would I? Y'all are so fucking stupid to come in here and think y'all are going to troll someone like me. I can fucking tell you right now that I'm married. My husband's at work and I got my man coming over here while he's at work so I can get me a good lay-in. Y'all don't know what the fuck is true and what ain't. That's why I laugh at y'all trolls. But we'll wait for her to answer me back. Hey, y'all are the one that came into my live last night wanting to play. I have a life. Y'all wanted to play, so I played along with y'all.
Good Lord. Good Lord, look at that mess. I got your mom's gonna be come up.
Is that nice English girl?
Yeah, by golly, reckon it is.
She needs milking. I could take her home and be back before breakfast.
No, sirree. Sonny, you just go fetch me the milk bucket. Ingles wants his cow. He can come and get her.
They might be hunting all over for her right now, Pa.
Serves him right. In the meantime, a little extra milk should soothe your ma's feelings for when she sees her torn up flower garden. Come on, don't just stand there. Get the bucket.
Peanut, I just gave you food and water. Mama just put food and water in your bowl. We're talking. Hang on.
Don't scratch it too hard now. It's just a baby.
Wiggly, I'll take him home and keep him in my bed.
But you can't do that. Won't be hungry twice as big as his mama. He'd break your bed.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, you would.
He's so cute.
Hey, I'm carrying beef quarters didn't weigh any more than these hams.
Well, see, Charles, pigs are smart. You put food in front of them, and they'll eat it.
Just teach them to smoke themselves, you won't have to do any work at all.
Hey, looks like you might have an addition to the family. So you like a little dear?
No, we can't do that, darling. Why? It's just too little. He's got to stay here.
And no, I don't need to prove nothing to anyone. My regular followers know. But we'll see. She was active 23 minutes ago. She may be at work on her lunch.
and he'll
Always such a handsome little fella. He'll find himself a lady friend and raise a family.
And have babies.
Sure as shooting.
There's my grandson with his new bike.
Pretty as he is.
Good.
All right, girls, into the wagon. Want to make sure we get to Johnson's Meadow before your ma does.
Bye, Piglet, boy.
Come on, Carrie.
Oh, I thought that was her that answered. That was Misty. Misty, quit sending me messages. I'm talking to my daughter right now.
I'll see you.
Oh, no. I don't text anyone, right? That's my daughter right there. I don't need to see her name and see who she is. Oh, there's my grandson opening his presents for Christmas. Olivia, you don't know. Like I said, only my regular followers know the truth. When y'all trolls like to come in here, sometimes I'll play too. Y'all want to play, I'll play right back. I don't need to show you exactly my kid's name. I don't talk about my kids on live. You will never get my daughter's name because you're not going to go and troll my fucking kid.
Wouldn't be surprised if she wins the prize on Father's Day this year.
But I tell you one thing, both of my kids are just like fucking me. You wouldn't stand a chance if you tried to troll my kids because they got my fucking attitude. Believe that shit.
Here, let me give you a hand with those.
What do you want me to tell you? You want me to come up with some more lies maybe? That my husband's at work and I'm sitting here waiting on my side piece to come in here to lay me real good before he gets home? Because my husband just don't cut it. Hey, y'all trolls want to come in here and play? Like I said, I can play along with y'all. But just to let you all know, every one of you all are getting blocked because I don't feed into trolls. But since you all say that, oh, I hit my kids, she's at work right now. I'm waiting for her to message me back. We'll see here. But I know how to make her answer me too while she's at work.
When you share your dreams with a New York Life financial advisor, your dreams and those of the ones you love become ours.
Wow.
Your life. New York Life. More powerful together.
Introducing Subway's new Sub Club. Now members get every 4th footlong free. 4 footlongs free. Fix my 50 one later.
4 footlongs free. Finish flirting with Philip.
4 footlongs free! Now stop focusing on that flock of fire-breasted flower crickets, Frank!
4 footlongs free. Fudge the fabric sale, Francine.
Folks are freaking out over 4-foot-long free.
Usually if I send her a couple of messages while she's at work, she'll be like, oh, why is she messing me so much?
Those jeans you bought me fit so well now. It feeds DSL1. That's the harassment I told you about. Taking it has changed my gut health, and honestly, DSL1 keeps things moving. I know you've been trying to find a probiotic that
What's the matter?
works, so
Do you want a treat?
try DSL1.
You want a treat? Okay. Let's get you a treat.
Use the power of a healthy gut. Visit Z.com to start DSL1 today.
We're not going back to Joe's house. Not right now. All right. You had your treat. Go on. Oh, she just opened up my message. She's reading it. Hang on. And the reason why I'm standing over here petting my dog, she's responding right now, is so you all can see that I'm not typing these messages myself. There's my phone right there. Oh, here we go. She's done. Let's open it and see what she says. And I don't lie about nothing. I don't care what none of y'all think about me. Right here. Why are you messaging me? No, Mom, you never touched me. I just don't like you. You left my dad and broke up our family. I will never talk to you again. Right there. But again, proof I never touched my kid. She's pissed off because she's a daddy's girl and her daddy turned her against me. But one day, maybe she might grow up and see differently. Now, like I said, I don't give a shit if y'all say something because me and my daughter don't talk that often. But she does message me whenever she wants something. But the point is, you say that I touched my kid. Where did I ever touch her? You stupid fucking bitches.
Don't be afraid. Real good swing. Yeah! I almost caught you.
Like I said, Allison, you don't know what was truth and what wasn't yesterday.
That was a good one. Oh, you bet. She was darn good at it, too. Come on, let's get right off. You're gonna look respectable when the Reverend gets here. I didn't think you were going to come down that time.
She still does talk to me, Gwen. That's why I laugh at her messages when she's like, I'll never talk to you. She just answered me, didn't she? She'll message me when she wants something, if she needs help. And she knows why I left her dad. She's almost 30 years old. I left her dad because he was abusive. I've got several papers on him too with domestic violence orders. So yeah, she's just pissed off, you know, right now. She gets like that. But their point is that I beat my kids and I touched my kids. Like I said, no, I'm not going to show the message because I'm not showing her name. Ain't no troll in here going to go troll my daughter. But I wasn't afraid to show the message. Word for word, I read it. No, Mom, you never touched me, but why are you messaging me? Pam, why do you think I care what people think about my problems? You think I'm the only one in the world that's ever had a problem? Lots of people go through problems out in the world. I'm not embarrassed and I'm not ashamed. Yeah, they starting again. Same people, Renee. They just made new profiles to come back in again today. But I just proved a point. They just wanted a point to know if me saying that I hit my kid last night was a truth or a lie. And I just proved it to them. I messaged my daughter and she answered me back. So since my daughter admitted in a message that no, I never touched her, she just doesn't like me. Oh, then they had to have something else to talk about. So yeah. I gave them their little few minutes of fame that they needed. They're just sitting at home alone behind a computer screen with nothing to do. They're the sad ones, not me. Oh. I'm doing good today, Jake. How have you been? They can bother me all they want, Renee. I am unbothered by it. Like I said, they're trolls that have been watching me for a long time. You've been watching me for a long time, Renee. They'll come in and say shit, and I'll block them. It's been happening for 2 or 3 years. They'll wait a while. It'll die down. They make up new profiles, and they come right back in again. I'm unbothered by anything that they say.
Good afternoon, girls. You girls can be very proud of your mother.
No, the roads are too bad, Leona. I tried to leave this morning like around 4:30 and I couldn't even get out of the parking lot. But the maintenance man in our building, he went out and plowed the parking lot. So here in a little bit, I'm going to try to leave and go to my regular job. Work has been good, Jake.
Carolyn wasn't home. The pies were waiting outside the door.
She didn't leave a note or anything?
No. Shutters were closed. The door was locked.
It'll die down again here for a couple of months. They'll make new profiles again and they'll try to come back in again. Same people.
You know how she is.
I'd feel better if I knew for sure. Girls, I think we'll hitch up the team.
Well, now, Charles, there's no reason to spoil the children a good time. Take the buckboard. It'll be faster, and then Mrs. Foster and I'll bring the children along.
You sure you don't mind?
No, go on.
I feel a lot better than that.
And I don't care if you all think I'm saying this to brag because y'all know I don't brag about shit. They do that. They'll make up new profiles. They come in every couple of months because they're pissed off. They're jealous because, like I said, they're trolls. They have nothing to do. First, they wanted to down me for being homeless in my car. Now that I'm getting up on my feet and I've bought me a new car, a couple of cars this year, got me a new place to live, I have a great job. Now they're really pissed off again. Now they got to come back in and start saying some more shit. Because they were hoping that I would fail. That's what trolls do. They live off of drama. They feed off of people's misery. They were hoping that I would fail. And now that they made up new profiles and came back in again, they're pissed off that they see that I'm not failing. You can almost see the parking lot now. He plowed most of it. There's still like from where he got the ice first before the snow. You can still see traces of ice, but he salted it too. So by the time I have to leave for work, it should be okay. I do need to look to see how the roads are, though, on the way to my job.
And now I'm back in the picture. Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements.
Okay, this is how it is on the way from my job at least 1 hour ago, because we have a wind advisory too. So it's going to be whiteout conditions whenever I drive to work. This is the weather person. Just went from Fargo to Brookings, scattered blowing snow. We didn't use cruise control until south of Watertown, but generally traveled at highway speed. The speed is 80, so that's good. They said they was able to still go the speed.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Let's see. Everybody on here is saying that the freeway, the roads are not bad. It's just whiteout conditions because of the blowing snow. So I should be okay whenever I go to work. Yeah, this one says whiteout conditions. Just be cautious when driving. I don't care, Shonda. All right, let me go on to 511 and see what the roads are like. Let me type in my job here.
That daggone cow of yours. Showed up here caterwauling this morning before the birds is up. Dug up all my wife's flower garden.
Carolyn didn't come by to pick her up?
No, Carolyn didn't come by to pick her up because then I wouldn't.
Okay, so it's gray and blue. Let's see what color gray and blue is. Yeah, it just shows whiteout conditions, but the roads are fine. So yeah, I'll be okay going to work. Jake, I don't know. You can't predict snow here in South Dakota. We had no snow in the forecast at all. And then last night, all of a sudden, we got a sheet of ice. Ice came down, and then we got snow on top of it. But according to the weatherman, oh, well, yeah, says 50% chance of snow today, that was this morning. We got it early this morning. Monday says patchy blowing snow in the morning. Tuesday, patching blowing snow, but it doesn't show any accumulation because they don't know here. They don't never know if we're going to get accumulation or not. They just say snow. Let me look at the map.
Mom's real strong and Dr. Baker's doing everything he can.
She's not going to die, is she, Pop?
Come on.
I'm where the red dot is. So no, it looks like the snow right now is moving away from us.
He has to let Ma live.
So yeah,
He
No snow right now.
He will, you wait and see.
We just have to pray. With all our hearts.
Yeah, but Renee, some people can't handle bullies. Some people get really offended and get really hurt really bad from bullies. It doesn't bother me. Like I said, sometimes I'll feed into them if I'm bored. Ain't got nothing to do to give them what they want. But what they say does not bother me. And I could care less. Not saying that I don't care about you all. But anyone in here who follows me, if they want to believe what the bullies say, I tell you, then go ahead and leave. Unfollow me. Trust me, I'm unbothered by it. I got 2 jobs. Like I said, I have a life. I'm busy all the time. You too, Jake, and I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick me something up to eat on the way to work, Angie. I'm doing good this morning. See, people get me wrong, though, whenever I talk like that, Renee. I do care about people, and I do care about friends and stuff. But I'm just saying, if someone chooses that they don't like me anymore and don't want to talk to me anymore, that's their decision. It's not going to affect my life either way. I'm still going to go to work. I'm still going to pay my bills, and I'm still going to live my life. That's their decision if they choose to do that. I don't know, Angie. That's why I said I'm not sure. I may pick something up on the way to work. I don't know yet. Peanut's doing good. She's sitting here watching TV on the edge of the couch. I'll show you. But she'll probably jump down because most of you all know that she hates the camera. Yeah. As soon as I pulled out my camera, she jumped down. My dog does not like the camera at all. But she was sitting right here on the edge of the couch watching TV when you asked. And then as soon as I flipped my camera around, she took off. Yeah, she's smart, Shonda. She does not like the camera at all. Every time, because I've showed people on live before. Every time, it never fails. As soon as I pull out my camera, if she is not in like a lovey, affectionate mood, she takes off. That's why a minute ago, y'all saw her peeping around the corner in the bedroom. She was checking to see if I still had it out.
The fever's broken. Courageous woman. She hadn't opened the infection when she did.
Watch. Peanut, are you going to come in here?
Now with rest,
Peanut.
she's gonna be just fine.
Jake was asking how you were doing. Peanut. There Herbie is. There Herbie is. Yeah. Say, there he is.
Tell the girls, will you?
You trying to hold my hand? That's what she wants to do, y'all. She wants to hold my hand. Now watch whenever I let go. See? She grabs it again. Okay, you can hold my hand. Okay, okay. You can hold Mama's hand.
A doctor would have had difficulty making
Yeah. That's my baby. You got your mohawk going on this morning. You got your little mohawk sticking up.
Only God knows.
I'm sure he does, Doctor. I'm sure he does.
Yeah, she likes to hold my hand whenever I pet her. Come on. You want to hold Mama's hand? You want to hold my hand? There you go. You want to, yeah, her wants to hold Mama's hand. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? You keep moving. You keep moving. You keep moving. Well, what you do? What her doing? Mama gonna sit back here and let Jake look at you for a minute. She's like, no, you're not. I'm out. Get off of my sock. That's my sock. Say, well, Mama, maybe you should put your damn socks in the dirty clothes hamper. Yeah, I need to turn down my TV. I forget that you all say sometimes that's really loud through the iPad. It's just a channel. I keep it on this channel for her for whenever I go to work so she can have something to listen to. My Christmas was good, Jake. I hope you had a good Christmas. Thank you, Kenny. But if you've watched me that long, then yeah, when some people try to tell me that's mean or something, you know that I'm unbothered by the trolls. If you've watched me that long, then yes, you also know that sometimes if I'm really bored, I'll play along with them. They don't know what I tell them, what's true and what's not. I can make up all kinds of shit whenever they're in here. Tell them all kinds of lies. They want to troll, I'll troll with them. But the people that's been watching me for a long time, they know what's true and what's not. See, she took off. She's like, get that camera off of me. Just like I just told the troll a few minutes ago that was asking what I was doing. I told him I'm sitting here, my husband's at work, and I'm waiting on my side piece to show up. I guess I'll flip the camera back around. She took off. My hair is almost dry. I like to let my hair air dry. I have a blow dryer, but I usually let my hair dry. But I have to wait for it to dry before I put it up really tight in my bun before I go to work. Yeah, she don't like to be on camera, Jake. The only time I can get her to come in here and be on camera is if she wants attention, if she wants to be loved on. I do need to get up and get my Excedrin, though, real quick, because some of you all know I get bad migraines. And if I don't get rid of it before I go to work in that loud ass factory, it just makes it worse. See? She's standing right over here hiding behind the corner looking at me. Yeah. I only got 4 left. I'm going to have to stop by the pharmacy on my way to work and get me another bottle. See, Shonda, she just don't like the camera. There she is right there. See? She just went around the corner off the camera. And she's going to sit there until she thinks that I don't have my camera anymore. Mama got you on camera. I'm going to show you. Mama going to show you. Say hello. Hello. Yes. She's like, Mom. Hey, Rookie. You missed it. The trolls came in again today, the same ones, trying to start again. I had to send my daughter a Facebook message, and she answered to prove to them because, like I told them, that they were stupid last night. I said, y'all don't know what I told y'all, what was true and what wasn't true. I said, y'all wanted to come in and troll, so I trolled right along with you. But I had to send my daughter a Facebook message to prove that she's never gotten a whipping, not one time from me. And she messaged back. And then, since she proved that I've never touched her, then they had to have something else to say. They were like, oh, but yet she doesn't like you, though. I'm like, who cares if she likes me or not? I said, you all wanted proof if I ever touched her, and I gave y'all proof. And they act like that bothers me. There's lots of mothers out there in the world where the mothers and daughters don't get along. They act like that bothered me. I was like, you go ask out there in the world how many mothers and daughters love each other, but they don't get along. There's a lot. I need to plug this up real quick. And like I said, I don't hide it. Yeah, I've snatched her up a couple of times whenever she was younger. And I would catch her when she was like 13, 14 years old, outside behind the house, messing around with men that's 25, 30 years old. But now she's grown. No, she doesn't consider that being beat. That's why she said, no, Mom, you never really touched me. I snatched her ass up. You know how it is if you walk up to your house, you find your kid out back, 13 years old, out there messing around with and talking to a 25, 30-year-old man. Yeah, I walked up right behind her and snatched her ass up. Like, what the hell are you doing? Now she's a mother. Now she understands. That's just the way we talk, Connie. Like the couple of times that I caught her out back behind the house with those grown-ass men and I snatched her up. That's just the way we talk. When I say, yeah, I beat my kid's ass. That's just the way we talk. It's called a figure of speech. And if people don't know that, then that means they're not very smart. It doesn't mean I literally beat her. My hair's dry enough where I can start to put it up now for work. Oh, I tried to do something about it, Leona, to every one of them. The only one they ever did anything to, the cops, was the one that I actually found out she had sex with. No, this doesn't embarrass me to talk about this either, because we've all had wild-ass girls, teenagers. Some of us do. And she was underage. Of course, he was a grown man. Now, I don't know what happened, because you're not allowed in the room. The way that they do it, well, back home where I'm from, when I reported him, now they talked to him, I guess, or went to him or whatever, and then they asked me to bring my daughter down to the precinct. That's what they call it. And they said that they were going to take her into a room and talk to her. So I sat there, you know, waited for them to get done and stuff. She came out and they came out, and then he asked me to come into the room. And he said, this is what we're going to do. He said, your daughter's very smart, and she is. She was mature and smart for her age. He said, your daughter was not forced to do anything with this man. She told us she willingly did it. She knew what she was doing. She wanted to have sex with him, and that's what she did. He said, so we can't get him for rape. I said, but he's a grown man, and she's a kid. He said, yeah, but she admitted to us that she knew exactly what she was doing, and it wasn't the first time that she's had sex, ma'am. And he tried to tell me he's sorry, but I needed to face facts that some kids are like that. But what he did do, he said that he put the guy on probation, whatever that is, I don't know, like what his stipulations were, what the rules were for him. They said that they told him that they would put him on probation, and that if he was ever caught having any kind of contact with my daughter again, then he would go to jail because he would be breaking the probation violation. That's how they do things back home where I come from. That's why the next guy that I caught her with, I went down to the house myself, kicked in the fucking door. But I face facts. I mean, I'm still going to sit here and say, ain't no fucking grown-ass man needs to be hanging around with no little teenage daughter. But I'm willing to admit, yeah, that I'm older. She was a hot ass. She messed around with older men all of her life. Her oldest son's father is 36, almost 38 when she was 21. So, you know, I mean, I face facts. But that's how the law is handled back home where I'm from. I couldn't really do much about it. That's what they decided to do. Like they said, they put him on probation. And that if I ever caught him contacting my daughter again, then that's when he would go to jail for violating his probation. Just like, I don't know if it's the law everywhere in every state, but once your daughter turns 13, she can go to any OBGYN. They have clinics where I come from that say if she would have been tested for STDs or got treated for STDs or even come up pregnant. Once your child turns 13, back home where I come from, the doctors cannot give you information on your child like that. They consider 13 old enough to where, say, if she didn't, none of this happened. I'm just saying this is how the laws are because the doctor explained it to me. If she went into a doctor at 13 and was pregnant, decided to get an abortion and never say nothing to me. At 13 years old, doctors are not obligated to tell me that, to inform me that. That's how it goes back home where I'm from and where I live. And I was pissed off about that when I heard about that. I kept telling the doctor, I was like, what do you mean you don't have to tell me nothing? I was like, she's underage and I'm her mother. Man, we have laws here. We don't have to tell you nothing once your daughter reaches the age of 13. I was like, whatever. Doctor, patient rights or whatever. Because, I'll tell you all, when I finally faced the facts, I'm sorry, I had to put pins in my hair. When I finally faced the facts that I couldn't do nothing about her running around with those men, I couldn't stay home and not work. I had bills to pay. I had her and her sister to provide for. So I couldn't watch her 24 hours a day. When I faced facts that there was nothing that I could really do, this is how I found all of that out, because I took her downtown to my OBGYN that I had seen, because I trusted her for years, to get my daughter on birth control. I knew at 13 years old, because even though we don't get along, we have a great communication. My daughter used to tell me everything. I knew at 13 years old she was trying to get pregnant. So that's when I took her to my OBGYN, and I was like, you're getting on birth control because I'm not taking care of no fucking kids. And no, I'm not saying that kids are bad. That's just the way I talk when I say fucking kids. I love kids. She didn't want to get on birth control. And that's when the doctor had looked at me and was like, ma'am, she's 13. If your daughter doesn't want to get on birth control, we can't make her. That's when I was like, I'm her mom. She lives in my house, but ma'am, she's 13. That's her choice. So when the doctor left the room, at least I will tell you all, my daughter was scared enough of me that I looked at her and I'm like, look here, I'm not taking care of no kids. I said, either you're going to get on birth control or you can get the fuck out of my house. I don't care if you are just 13 years old. I said, have fun living on the street. I said, you think I'm fucking playing? The doctor came back into the room and she got her depot shot. So, okay, thank you, Gwen. And like I said, I don't care who judges me because I said that to her. That was me protecting my child. So for one, I wouldn't have to take care of no kid. And also too, so she didn't get pregnant at 13 and ruin her life. So yeah, I said what I had to say to protect my child. And then, Connie, I thought once she turned 18, I thought for sure she was going to get pregnant then, because she knew for a fact once she turned 18, she could leave my house and she didn't have to do birth control anymore. Luckily, she grew up a little bit. She stayed smart. She stayed on the birth control, but she did stop taking it when she was 21, and that's when she got pregnant. So at least I was able to stop her from doing anything until she was 21. Not like having sex, but like having kids. Because I get trolls that'll bash me on that too whenever sometimes I talk about things my daughter did growing up or our relationship. Like I said, it doesn't embarrass me. Like I said, maybe people that listen to me may learn what not to do with their kids. Maybe where me and my daughter went wrong. Or maybe I might have some good advice that they take and listen to. But no, it doesn't bother me at all to talk about this stuff. And I don't care who trolls me or who talks bad about me. Because like I said, I did what I did at the time as a young mother that all thought was right to protect my daughter. I didn't want her having no kids when she was 13, 14, or 15. Because no matter how bad she was and how much trouble she gave me, she was always a straight A student. I knew she had lots of potential and I knew she wanted to go to college. And I'm not saying that kids aren't a blessing. But I knew that it would be so much harder for her to go to college, if she even still made it to college, if she had any kids when she was 13 or 14 years old. So yeah, I threatened her a little bit to get her to take birth control. Like I said, at that time, I did what I thought was right to protect my daughter. Now, it was hard for her, even though she had her son when she was 21, but she still managed to do it. Like I said, she's getting ready to graduate from college with her bachelor's degree in social work. It was hard for her, but at least she was a little bit older. She was 21. She wasn't like 13 or 14 having a kid. Well, like I said, I make mistakes, Connie. I'm not a perfect parent. Maybe somebody might listen to me and talk about issues me and my daughter has, and it might teach them, well, that made their relationship strained, so I know not to do that. Or maybe I might have some good advice, and somebody will be like listening in and be like, oh, well, maybe I'll try that with my kid and see if that works. But yeah, I made mistakes. And like I said, I'm not ashamed to talk about it, because maybe younger mothers out there now may be having a troubled kid and they don't know what to do. They may chime in and listen to me and be like, oh, so that's a mistake that she made and it ruined her relationship with her kids. So I know not to make that mistake. So no, it doesn't bother me to talk about it at all. It didn't really ruin our relationship. Like I said, we talk. I get updates with my grandkids. I get pictures. We talk. But we don't have like that bond. It's hard to explain. Like, yes, if I got a phone call that my daughter was laid up in the hospital, I'm going to drop everything and run right to her. Yes, we're like that. But we don't have like that close bond. The mother-daughter bond. Peanut's playing with her ball right now on the floor. I think. And I need my back scratcher real quick. My back is itching. Hang on. I get little, I don't know if you all do, some of you all in here with long hair, but after I wash my hair, of course, we lose a lot of hair whenever we brush it. But when I go to put my hair up in a bun for work, I get like a lot of little hairs down inside my shirt. And until I'm able to pull them out, they itch the back of my back. Yeah, Hazel, that's how me and my daughter is. I've had my daughter bash me lots of times, talk about, oh, she was a terrible mom, I can't stand her. But sometimes when she'll be around, when I'm dating someone, I don't date anymore, but when I did, and she'll be around, like she'll talk to me like I'm the worst piece of shit there is. But the last guy that I dated, he was up in my face, cussing me out, screaming at me, talking to me like a dog, which of course I was going to kick him out of my house. I don't tolerate that shit. She got right up in the middle of both of us. And she was like, don't you ever fucking talk to my mom like that again. And he looked at her. He was like, what are you talking about? You talk to your mom like she's a piece of shit. And you got to kind of laugh at the same time, even though it's wrong for her to say it. She looked right back at him. She said, so what? That's my mom. I talk to my mom how I want to, but you ain't going to treat my mom like that. And I had to kind of laugh because, yeah, it's wrong that she bashes me that way. But at the same time, I had to laugh because she's like, so what? That's my mom. You ain't going to talk to her like that. I had to laugh. She got right in the middle of both of us. But, yeah, I mean, I kicked him out. I don't tolerate abusers. I don't date abusers. The first time they get to acting like that, they're out. So, yeah, that's how me and my daughter are. She bashes me. She talks bad about me. But you let somebody get up in my face whenever she's around, and she's right there. She even told me one time when I had this little young, mouthy girl trying to go off on me in a store, I was ready to go. I'll admit I'm still immature. Someone can run their mouth to me all they want, but if they go to swing on me or touch me, it's on. My daughter will get up right in between us. What are you doing, Mom? You're old. You don't need to be messing or fighting with somebody in their 20s. And I was like, get the fuck out of my way. I'm like, this old bitch is going to show her what I can do. So, yeah, she's like right there if somebody's on me We just don't get along. And I do the same for her. I'm right there if someone's on her or bashing her. We just don't get along. Why don't we get along? Because we're exactly alike. She's got a nasty ass attitude just like I do. That's why we don't get along. Okay, Hazel. That's why sometimes whenever she gets to going and getting pissed off and running that mouth, people that have been around me and her all of our life, when she gets to going like that, people sometimes have looked at her and been like, oh yeah, I can tell you're Jlee's mom. I mean, daughter. I'm the mom. But they'll be like, yeah, we can tell you came from her. I'm just getting ready for work. That's why I'm up and moving around a lot. I'm getting all of my stuff together for work. Then I'll have to take my dog outside one more time before I leave. I hate trying to get my bun through this little bitty hole. Shit, now I done made my hat too loose on me. I don't like wearing these hats with these what they call a bump in them. It's like a hard hat. It's too hard to get a hat on. I don't tell people where I work. That's nobody's business. You think I'm dumb enough to let a troll come up in here and try to call my job and cause problems? It wouldn't work, though, because I love my job and they love me. I've never, ever, on social media, ever given out the name of a company where I work. And also, even if I didn't care about trolls calling my job because I know that that ain't going to work because they love me and I love them, is because jobs don't like that. Sometimes if you read your policies when you're being hired and you read through your paperwork, they will tell you that you can be fired if you mention them or talk about them on social media. I tell people all the time, don't ever talk about your job on social media. You'll get a lot of people that you see on TikTok that's crying and whining because they lost their job. But then you go look in their profile and they're sitting there posting videos on the job while they're at work, showing their company name and stuff. And I'm like, you think there's a reason why you lost your job? Not the car that I have now. I bought that myself. That's why I didn't come back on TikTok for over a month, because I was working my ass off at work and doing all kinds of double shifts and stuff. But the silver car that's on my profile that I had before this one, my lead and my supervisor at my job actually got together and helped me buy that car, because I didn't have the money at the time when my red truck, when it went down. I thought I was going to have to quit my job. So I went to my boss. I said, look, I don't have a vehicle anymore. My car's about shot. I don't know how I'm going to get to work. And he was like, no, we're not going to lose a good worker like you. So him and my lead got together and they lent me the money to buy my silver car that I had. I had to pay them back $1,000 out of each paycheck. And it's paid off. I paid it back. But yeah. My job thinks that I'm a hell of a worker. They like me and I love my job. My hat's crooked too because of that bump. Because of the bunt thing on there. Y'all hear it? it makes your hats crooked and stuff. And it's so hard to wear because sometimes it hurts your head a little bit. And it wasn't nothing against you, Michelle. I wasn't trying to call you a troll or nothing. And I'm not saying for me, I'm talking about anybody out there in the world. Unless your job is okay with it, no one should be posting where they work or talking about their company on social media, because a lot of jobs have policies against that. One reason why they do that is also too because of a rival company. Say if there would be someone in my live right now watching my live that makes the same kind of things that we make at my job. If I give out any kind of information, or if I talk about things that we do at my job, that could get them information about my job. Yeah, jobs don't like you talking about your company on social media. Unless, like I said, they're okay with it. Some jobs are okay with it. That's why sometimes if you read all of your paperwork that you sign and policies, they'll also tell you, don't discuss what we do here at work. Don't talk about what we make. Do not discuss it with anyone or any other companies. Sometimes you have to sign a contract that you are not to discuss work business with anyone else. A lot of people don't read that stuff. They just sign the papers. And then whenever they do that, and then the job finds out and they get fired, that's when they get shocked, like, I don't know why I lost my job. And I'm like, well, did you read all of your paperwork word for word that you signed and read all of the policies in the handbook? What time is it? It's 2:12. I'm trying to decide if I should leave a few minutes early just to make sure that I make it to work on time. Sorry, my daughter messaged me back. See, that's funny for those of you that been in here watching. When I read her message word for word, she said, why are you messaging me? No, you never hit me, but I don't talk to you. She's messaging me again. I told you, she's got problems. She's a daddy's girl. She gets her little moods. And then I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then all of a sudden I'll look over and she's like, so what are you doing today? I'm like, okay, kid, you got mood swings. That's why I said they got my attitude. My girls are just like me. So yeah, that's why we don't get along. It's my daughter again. Yeah, that's usually why, Hazel, that mothers and daughters don't get along. See, trolls like to come into lives and automatically assume that the mother was abusive because of that. That's not true. My daughter said earlier, no, you never touched me. We don't get along because we both have strong-minded attitudes. We don't tolerate no bullshit from anybody. We got the same kind of attitude. That's why we clash and don't get along. It has nothing to do with abuse. Yeah, she's been in here sometimes, Shonda. But she uses all different kinds of fake accounts because she knows that I'll never give out her real name. And I don't do that on social media. I don't tell people who she is because I don't want nobody trolling her. So she'll come in under fake accounts sometimes. That's why I wasn't sure if that lady that came into my live last night was her or not until she actually showed her face. Mary, it might be your phone or your connection because it shows right here I have a green dot on my live. It says that I have good connection. But yeah, she's popped in here before. She'll stay a couple of minutes and then she leaves. I don't know, Mary. All I know is that I have a green dot above my live that says good connection. So I don't know. Time to get my Steels hose on. I think I'll wear my boots tonight instead of my tennis shoes. Since we got the snow and the ice outside, y'all can tell they still look new. I've had them for almost 2 years. I've never hardly wore them. The reason why I don't wear the boots very much when it comes to steel toe boots. Now, I love my cowgirl boots. But when I'm at work, I don't like the feel of the tightness around my ankles. Because I'm always bending and twisting and turning and moving around. And I don't like that tight feeling around my ankles. That's why I mostly wear my steel-toed tennis shoes. Thank you, Hazel. Yeah, these are the Brunt steel-toed boots. They're really comfortable. I just don't like the feel around my ankles. See, if the trolls were in here watching now, they would know that pretty much everything I said last night was a lie. Like I said, sometimes when I'm bored, I have nothing to do, they want to come in and troll, I'll play along with them. When I told one of them last night and this morning, they talk about, I don't work. I probably just get on TikTok to beg for money. And I'm like, yeah, I don't work. I trick. That's how I make my money. I put my throat to good use. Ain't no tricks wearing no damn steel-toed boots and hard hats. So if they were in here actually watching, they would know that I was bullshitting whenever I said that stuff. Now, they're hard hats, but the reason why they're called bunt hats is because they're made to go into your ball cap. But they're plastic. They're hard, just like a hard hat. And yeah, all of my clothes are too big on me from where I've lost so much weight. I have to keep pulling up my pants. And I do have it. I have them tied as tight as I can get it, the string. But they're still too big. I need to get a smaller size. So I'm always at work constantly pulling my shit up. Oh, I need to get my hoodie. Hang on. I don't like wearing coats. I don't like wearing any kind of big bulky coats. So I wear insulated hoodies at work. And then I also have a ski mask from whenever I'm outside working, because I work outside a lot, that I put over my hat whenever I'm outside. That keeps me warm. Now, I have coats. I got a big old huge Alaskan insulated coat that burns me up and keeps me hot. I just don't like wearing big bulky stuff. Okay, y'all. We're going to let Peanut go out and pee one more time before I go to work. You want to go outside? Come on. That's why I was saying, Shonda, that the people that's been watching me for a long time, they know that whenever a troll comes into my live, when I'm lying, because they've been watching me long enough, they know that I got a real job. They know what I do. Come on, let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on now, you got to go pee before I go to work. Come on. You want to come out? Come on. Come on. Oh, hang on. Or it'll freeze my live. Okay, come on, baby. Let's go. I need to tighten up my right boot a little bit. It's trying to come down on me. Matter of fact, I need to change my socks. I got my footies on, and if any of y'all have ever tried to wear footies in work boots, the sock goes down inside your shoe and tries to come off. So I need to change my socks real quick. Put my long socks on. Yeah, baby. Hang on, y'all. Give me a second. I'm going to go get me a different kind of socks. Watch out, baby. Mama's got to hurry because I got to get ready to go to work. Scoot over. See, I got to put my long socks on. Scoot over, babe. That's probably my daughter messaging me back again. I'll look at it in a minute. I got to finish getting ready for work. Yep, it says I got a new Facebook message. Ugh. See, that's why I don't wear coats. I'm burning up already. We talk, Shonda. Like I told people, they don't know what I'm being truthful about and what I'm not when the trolls come in here and ask questions. My kids ain't none of their business. They want to think that me and my kids don't talk. Let them think that. I don't give a shit. All right, let's see what she said. She's still going on about the troll that was in my live. She said, I used to have friends, but I never told them I was beat because you never touched me. I haven't had a close friend relationship in at least 3 years. That's why I just messaged her back and I said, the person don't know you, not that I know of. I said, all I'm asking was just proof as if I ever touched you or not, because she said that I severely beat my child. So there she is again saying, no, you did not. She said, give me the username. I want to see if I know the person. I said, all I know is the name was Allison was one of them, and I told her Dogface is the other, is what they go by. So see, she's worried about it more than I am. That's where we are a little bit different. Because she probably wants to see if she knows these two girls. That's why I said she's just like me. So she can go find them and go off on their ass. That's why I told you, me and my daughter don't get along. But you let somebody mess with her mama, she's going to go off. And that's what she just said. She's like, give me the username. But that's all I could give her. You know how many Allisons are probably on TikTok. I got to get my work bag together. Take y'all in the kitchen with me. I mean, it was Allison with some numbers behind it. I don't remember the numbers. That's why I told her, I don't know, somebody named Allison. And I think that girl Dogface had some numbers behind her name too. I don't know. Where's my work bag? I bet you my work bag is outside, which is okay because I got to go start my car anyway to get the ice off of it. I'll be right back, y'all. All right. Peanut, get your toys out of the middle of the floor, just like a damn kid. All right, I need this. I'll go ahead and take my Prilosec before I go to work. Oops. Sitting here knocking over my medicines. All right, I got all that. I need my working hands cream for whenever my hands crack in this cold weather. Oh, I forgot. I got to talk to HR Tuesday. I got an appointment with HR Tuesday to talk about signing up for my short-term disability and everything for when I get my surgery. Okay, hang on, all good. Let me finish getting my work bag together and everything so I don't forget nothing. I got to make sure, like, I got my glasses and everything because I can't see too good at night driving without my glasses whenever I leave work tonight. If I don't always check and get it together before I go to work, if I just grab stuff and go, I always end up forgetting something really important. See? Just like this. I almost just ran off and forgot my work badge. Yeah, but I don't use people's real names on social media. That's why the few times that I have talked about my kids, I call them by their nickname that I always had for them. I don't never say their real names. Because like I said, I'm not going to have nobody going over and trolling my kids. See? She knows I'm getting ready to go to work. Here she is laying on her chair. There she is. Mama getting ready to go to work. Yeah, Mama got to go to work. Her don't like it when Mama's got to go to work. But Mama got to go make money, baby. Mama got to pay the bills. You live here rent free. I don't. Yeah, I know. But I'll see you tonight whenever I get home. I still got a few minutes before I have to leave, though. Hang on. I'm still getting my stuff together. Give me a second. There's my sock that she had. But yeah, there she is. She knows I'm getting ready to go to work. She's watching me. I'm sorry, baby. Mama got to go to work. I got to make money. And especially today's the first day back work from the holiday. If I don't go in today, then I don't get my holiday pay. Yeah, that's why I told people I don't watch TV, but I keep it running for her. So she has something to listen to. And she's got all of her toys in her bedroom. She's got a ball pit. She has a big old ball pit in there, so she's very well entertained. Y'all can tell when she gets in her ball pit too, because here, I'll show you. Oh, there's one of her balls right there. There's all of her basket of toys and everything. She's got a couple little balls right there, but she likes to root up underneath the mat. And she gets under it and rolls around in her balls. That's where she likes to play. Yeah, I know, All Good. You've told me before. That's why I asked you before, are you going to get you another dog someday? Heather, this is the boneless furniture that I got off of the TikTok shop. It's not my chair anymore. Ever since the day that I got it, my dog took it over. It's now her chair. That's why all the pillows are messed up. She likes to root and climb up underneath behind the pillows too. But yeah, I got it either a year ago or 2 years ago during Black Friday. It's normally like $1,300 or $1,200 for the couch. And then the chair was like $500 normal price. But for I used to promote stuff on the TikTok shop. I don't do that anymore because I got 2 full-time jobs. I don't have time. But the couch, I bought the couch first on Black Friday. I was able to get it for a little bit under $600. People bought more than 10 off of me, but once I was able to sell 10, the company gave me my money back. I don't have room in my living room. This chair that you like, my living room is way too small for it. But they kept pushing me because I sold so many of the couches. When they brought the chairs out to match the couch, they were like, we want to give you this for free. Would you please promote it? And I kept telling them, I do not have room in my apartment for that big chair. And they were like, you don't have to pay for it. It's free. And I was like, I don't care if it's free. I don't have room. But my goal is, after I have my surgery and I heal up from that, I do plan to move closer to work. And I want to either rent me a house or a nice mobile home. So then I'll get a bigger living room. So it'll look better once I get a bigger place. It's real big. I'll show you. Hang on. It's real big if my dog will let me lay on it. Let me flip the camera. Try to set my camera where you can see it. Now, of course, if you move all of these pillows, it's even bigger. But, yeah, it's huge. You can lay on it. And there's still plenty of room there for a second person. But, yeah, it's huge. And then you can see the way my living room is set up. I don't have room for it here in this apartment. But they kept pushing and pushing and was like, please take it. We want to give it to you. And I was like, fine, I'll take it. See? There's like all of my dog stuff there and her toys. But like I said, she took over the chair. But no, there's not really room. I don't have room for it. They got all kinds of colors now. They got one to match every couch. And you don't have to get the couch. I mean, you can go on the TikTok shop and find it and buy it if you want to. But they've got all kinds of colors. I think they even just came out with a pink one. But yeah, it's huge. And I tell people they may not look fancy, but I got it because I don't have a whole lot of money. Not at the time whenever I got it. I was just homeless. I just built myself back up, got me a job. What I wanted was something that was going to last. People, that's why I used to promote it, but I don't anymore. Like, I don't sell for them anymore. Nothing bad happened. Like I said, I just don't have time to do that anymore. But it doesn't look fancy. But a lot of people was like, boneless, it probably ain't going to hold its shape. It's going to lose its shape. It's going to fall apart. I've had it for almost 2 years and it has not lost shape at all. Not even my couch. And that's what I always sit on. I have another friend that bought one of the couches. She's got kids that jump on it and jump around because they're little toddlers. And she said the whole time she's had it, it's never lost its shape. It still feels the same. So that's why I used to promote it for people who don't have a whole lot of money and it doesn't look fancy, but they want something that's going to last. I tell people it lasts. It's made well. It holds up. Hey, Melinda. And you can go in the style, like the kind of style it is of boneless. The reason why I decided to buy the couch off of the TikTok shop, because like I said, when I was homeless and I moved in here, I had no furniture and I was browsing around for a couch on the TikTok shop and at the furniture stores here. Even the furniture stores here that are different brand names, but the exact same kind of style, they were running $2,000-$3,000 just for the couch. And I was like, shit, I'm going to buy one off the TikTok shop for under $600. I'm talking about for people all good that like fancy stuff. Stuff that look fancy, like flowers, or that has designs and stuff like that. That's what I mean by it's not fancy for people who might like stuff like that. But it is made well and it holds up. Yeah, because when I used to promote this for the company, people were telling me online, stores don't sell those boneless couches for that much money. And I was like, watch. I posted the store's name and everything on my page and a screenshot of the exact same boneless couch, $3,800. But TikTok got pissed off and took it down because they didn't like me, because they're the TikTok shop. They didn't like me posting another store on here. They said that that was me trying to talk people into going to other stores. But y'all, it's 10 till 3. I have to be at work at 4. And I work about an hour away from here, so I have to leave. Thank y'all for coming in and hanging out, and I'll go live again whenever I have time. The only reason why I went live this weekend was because DoorDash, and that's what I do for my second job on the side. It was dead because we just had Christmas and nobody was really ordering anything. Everybody's broke. But I'll go live again whenever I can, but I have to go to work. Y'all all have a good day and a good night. Thank you for hanging out. It's broke. But I'll go live again whenever I can, but I have to go to work. Y'all all have a good day and a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Go live again whenever I can,